feminist movement can be traced back to the 1840s and at the Seneca Falls Convention. Along with the sudden explode of interest for the women's rights movement, out went the tradition of values such as gender roles, motherhood, and homemaking. I have always felt called to be a wife and mother. I have a deep desire to educate people on what it really means to hold those titles. I'll be pulling facts from About.com's history page on women's rights, the Council on Biblical Manhood and Womanhood, the book True Christian Motherhood by June Fuentes, and W. Pearl's book, Created to be His Helpmeet. All of my verses will come from the New International Version. I want to educate Christian women today on the importance of being a helpmeet to their husband in raising godly children. I want Christian women in the 21st century to grasp what it means to be a stay-at-home mom. It is not a job to be looked down upon, but rather an important job that God has given us. Proverbs 31:10 says, "A wife of noble character who can find?" I am going to present 3 ways a Christian woman can become an excellent wife. By first, standing beside her husband, second, rearing her children, and third, how these things can be used as a platform for promoting something God values. A woman's role versus that of her husband can be seen in many places in the Bible. Ephesians 4, 5, and 6 specifically talks about this, and how a woman and a man have almost equal roles, but how a man is the head of his wife just as Christ is the head of the church. Now you have to keep in mind that this does not mean that God values a man over a woman, because as you'll see later on, we are all heirs to the kingdom of God. In Proverbs 31:11-12, her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. These are the things that a husband should look for in his wife. W. Pearl's book, Created to be His Helpmeet, outlines specific characteristics you should look for in a godly wife. She should appreciate God's gift of a husband and a thankful heart that produces joy and wisdom in you and your home. She should gain a better understanding of who her husband is and how her response to him can make or break her marriage. She should look for the Bible's perspective of obedience and authority and understand how each one of them are joint heirs to the promises of God. Secondly, the importance of raising up godly children. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not depart from it." We can see this in statistics from the UnitedNations.com, which talks about how Thailand, a non-Christian nation, has number 1 in crime rates as opposed to the United States, which is number 7. Some of the positive characteristics that can be seen after raising godly children are respectful towards adults, and also, more importantly, the gospel of Christ can be exemplified in their life. Just to recap, a happier husband are some of the benefits that can be seen as you are a godly wife. In Proverbs 31:29, "Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all." Happy and thankful children. In Proverbs 31:28, her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Godly children are found in Deuteronomy 6:2, so that you and your son and your grandson might fear the Lord your God, which I command you, all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. That is the goal of being a godly wife, that you can raise godly children. I want to educate Christian women today on the importance of being a helpmeet to their husband and raising godly children. I want Christian women in the 21st century to grasp that being a stay-at-home mom is not a job to be looked down upon, but rather it is the most important job God has given us.